is made by
This is
women.
handmade.
Look at that.
I have a purse for you too at home from Dubai too. I forgot. It's on my end.
So pretty. I'm saving the bags. They're not going anywhere. Oh my god. And that's the head wrap. Oh, that's the real deal too. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. Oh, you know how to wrap them too.
Your favorite color?
Yes, my favorite color. Oh, I love it. And look at the, look at the, you guys see that? Look at the work. Oh man. It's so pretty.
It's just like
Oh.
you just tie it around you.
This world traveler is bringing you so many nice things. Oh, that's such a blessing to get that. I am so happy. I'm trying, seriously, I'm trying to hold back tears.
Oh, you could cry.
Oh, so
It's free. It's okay. It's fine.
Oh, it's so pretty. It's amazing. It's just, I am so happy to get that. Oh,
You're a
can't wait to
blessing,
get
too.
on it. I can't wait to
You're a
put it
blessing
on.
too. You do a lot for the world too.
Thank you so much.
So that's what friends are for.
Thank you. So the experiences that you have been through has put what type of focus in your life to do what? I don't know if I'm asking this question right, but
Let's say it. It's everything that I went through made me stronger as a person today. Let's say like if there's people out there that are going through the same thing, not to give up because what I went through, you know, anyone can get out of this. If I've been through what I've been through, abuse, accidents, traumatized, just mental abuse, just everything, emotional abuse. If you could get through that, don't give up and just pray everything will work out for you.
what was it like? In other words, how did you get to Haiti and began the experience going through Haiti?
Well, my mom was married to a Haitian, and I grew up there. I really don't remember it because I was a child, and I stayed there for like I would probably say like a few years, but I was so young not to remember. Like I don't really remember too much about my experience there. But all I know is that I do have like family there. Some of them I haven't met, and then a few years later I met my father because my mom finally introduced me to my father.
What was that like?
It was an experience because I really didn't know who my father was at the time, but I was just grateful and thankful because it's been always in my mind to know where I come from, like what my background is. And a lot of time my mom didn't want to tell me. My mom just told me, you know, he's not around, he's not here. But I always knew I looked different from my siblings. So I always knew that. People would ask me, oh, are you mixed? Are you this? Are you that? And at times I wouldn't know what to say because I was just raised by my mom at the time. So then later on in life, I finally asked my mother, and my mom came clean to me and told me who my father was and, you know, where he was at. Because I knew I was in Haiti as a child, I just didn't know what I was doing there. So then later she told me that I have a father that's from there.
So you've lived in quite a few countries.
Yes.
You've lived in Nigeria.
Yes, Nigeria. The Dominican Republic.
All of those countries, all before 18.
Right, absolutely.
International lady.
That's what people call me. International.
International lady.
Right.
That's something. And what about you've seen a lot of different customs.
I've seen a lot, so it's kind of hard like when you grow up because you come from different religions family that's Catholic Christian, and then in the Yoruba tradition, which is like a Caribbean African religion that they practice in Nigeria and Haiti. So when you grow up torn in between all those religions, it's like you kind of feel confused as a child. So that was an experience too.
I can imagine. I watch a lot of Nigerian movies. I understand. It's but what led you to nursing?
See, well, my grandma was sick. Both of my grandparents had colon cancer, and they both passed from cancer. So as a child, I would see my mom helping out my grandparents, and I was there to help out my grandparents. And my uncle too died of liver cancer. So I seen there was a lot of sickness and disease, like with the cancer stuff. I seen them go through that. So by me as a child, like helping out my grandmother, I would help her and take care of her as a child. Where I always thought to myself, one day I would love to be a nurse, love to help people, whether they're sick or whatever they're going through. I would just like to be there for them. So that's what really inspired me, was my grandparents being sick and then always in the hospital with them, and they've been through so much, and then other family members had cancer too. And then knowing that I wanted to be the nurse to make a difference, because with them they were just like mistreated, misdiagnosed by the doctors. There was malpractice involved. So my mom had a case, and then they investigated. The doctor fled at the time. So I think all of that as a child growing up, where I wanted to be a positive type of person to make a difference in someone's life by helping them and just being there and being that type of nurse that will treat them with dignity and respect and care for them.
That's awesome. So, how old were you when you visited Nigeria first time?
I'd say like 15 years old.
That's good. And you lived there for a while
Yeah, I lived
as
there
well.
for a while, too.
That's awesome.
I
A lot of people do not have that opportunity. So, how many languages do you speak?
speak just 2 languages.
Okay. Oh, just 2. That's a lot. That makes you diverse. And so, do you have any words of wisdom for any young ladies that may be in a troubling situation?
I probably
Young girls, teenage girls.
I would just tell them to stay positive, stay focused, and pray, because without prayer, there's really nothing. Like, throughout my life, I'm a spiritual person. I'm a prayer warrior, where I believe in prayer, that it was a miracle. My family named me Miracle because of the miracles that came through in my life. So, I would like to tell the world and the youth or young adults that if you've been abandoned or abused, or if you feel that you haven't been treated well by your family or relationships, don't give up. That there's still hope out there. And don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on anything that you want to do in your life because of your childhood, because you could make a difference in this world to other people out there with prayer, with just meeting positive people and just being there for people.
Try and surround yourself with someone in your life that's positive, someone you can confide in.
Right.
Socializing with people from other backgrounds, other religions, it helps us to grow. And there's negative and positive aspects of all of that, but try and look at the positive
But just try to
situations
keep
in
it
life.
positive. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Have you ever encountered anything of that nature?
Yes, I have actually. When I was in a relationship, a 5-year relationship, I was pushed off a building, and I nearly almost died. But I'm just thankful that I didn't, that it wasn't my time to go. So I'm grateful for that.
Is there a
It should be over there. How many stories?
6 floors. 6 stories.
And you survived.
I survived.
There's something in your life that you are meant to do.
That's what everybody tells me.
Okay.
That's what people tell me, that that it's not my time to go with the accidents I've been involved with, getting hit by a truck, nearly almost died. It was a semi-truck. Like, the truck smashed the whole side of my car. They were surprised that I was alive. I nearly got hit by a train, pushed off the building, abused in a relationship, suffocated almost, and a person confessed and said they wanted to kill me.
Let me see your hand. Look at that.
I got burned right there too. That was another situation.
I could not imagine 6 stories. I'm looking at a 2-story building right now, and the angels must have. You must have. The only thing I could say is something other than human must have helped you survive.
Yeah, the angels and my ancestors. My ancestors are always there watching over me and taking care of me. I give thanks to them for watching over me and helping me through my accidents and the abuse that I went through.
You know, they say that it takes a lot of heat to make a diamond, and I consider you to be a diamond. I think all of these experiences that you've endured and you've been through in the countries that you've lived in is pushing you toward a greater purpose. That's my only thing I can say.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Yeah.
No problem.
And continue to shine like the diamond that you are.
Oh, thank you very much. No problem.
Well, it's 100 degrees in the shade, so I'm going to make a little treat today out of coconut milk. So I'm going to use 1 can of coconut milk. Quarter cup of granulated sugar. Teaspoon of vanilla, 1 drop of red food coloring. Those 2. My ice cube trays. I'm going to put a little in each tray. It smells really good too. I'm going to put some in each tray, and then I'm going to freeze this for a few hours. And I will show you what we're going to do with it. And we're going to eat this with an apple dish that we're eating it with. This becomes the ice cream part, but it's a non-dairy solution for something nice and sweet, great, creamy to eat. Let's see how this tastes. Light coconut milk. This and the food coloring gives it a little color because we eat with our eyes and it just makes it just look appetizing. Mission product. No, this is Amtrak food. It is so good. Yummy. Oh, this is like the best pizza ever. I don't know who makes it, but it sure is good. Would you like to see my view today? Guess what? I have the entire car to myself. Does it get any better on Amtrak? No. See? I've got the entire car and no one to bug. Oh, look at the view. And it's great when you can travel with a car to yourself. I think I've said that like 5 times. Oh, loving life on Amtrak, everyone.